Hi there, welcome back. It's Haley here and welcome again to my kitchen. So I haven't uploaded anything in a while, so it feels really good to record something and upload it for you guys. So before I get into anything, I've been on a little journey of my own. I recently just did a 10-day detox, and it was sort of a vegan detox, more of a superfood cleanse, and I'm not a vegan. After completing that cleanse, I still have 30 days of like really good nutrition that I'm adding into my body, but I've been really enjoying the fact that I haven't been eating as much meat. My skin is a whole lot clearer. My inflammation is down. I will definitely tell you more about what I'm doing, but right now I want to share with you something that I've been working on, and it's just a cashew queso. And I'm doing this because, like I said before, I'm really liking the way my body feels not eating meat as much or animal products. So I'm on a quest to find more delicious, healthy, nutritious food for you guys and myself, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So here we go. So cashew queso is exactly what it sounds like. It is cheese or queso made out of cashews. Now, before you think I'm super crazy, it's not cheese. So one thing I tell my clients is just because it has somewhat of a certain name, don't compare it. It is its own thing, but it is very similar to a cheese. So I'm really loving it on crackers. I've been making my own chips, and so I call it a queso because it is on the more runny side. You can totally pick your texture or creaminess as you desire, but I like mine a little bit more queso-like. It just sounds more fun. So I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. Now, it does take a little bit of a process, but I'm gonna teach you how to speed things up. Anytime you make something with nuts or seeds, or if you're gonna make like an almond butter or something, you want to soak them before, and that just helps break it down. But instead of soaking it overnight, because who has time for that, I'm just gonna soak these babies in some boiling water for about 20 minutes. So way less time than overnight. So recently I just burnt my tea kettle onto my stove. Let me show you what I did. Look at that, I burnt my tea kettle to my stove. So I had to throw my tea kettle away, and so I bought an electric one. Let me show you this thing. So here's my electric tea kettle. I can't even say the name. Let me zoom in. I will link this kettle in the description below, but I'm really enjoying it. It's super fast, it's super easy. You don't have to do anything but like push a button. So as my water is boiling, I am just going to, if I can open the bag, I'm just gonna measure 1 cup of cashews. Now you can see I bought the cashew pieces because whole cashews are $1 more, and because I'm not using them as whole cashews, why spend the $1? I bought cashew pieces, so 1 cup. And I just put them in a mug because why not? It's fall. So, I don't know, can you see that? My water is boiling, so I'm just gonna pour the water over the cashews. No need to measure, you just wanna cover them. And then let that sit for about 20 minutes, you guys. So while the cashews are soaking, I went ahead and I mixed up a blend of seasonings. So I did 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. I hope you can see that. 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of granulated garlic, and 1/2 teaspoon of granulated onion, and then 1 teaspoon of just pink Himalayan salt. So this is what it looks like. So it's been about 20 minutes. I set a timer and I just drained the cashews, and you can see that they're flexible, and that's exactly what you want. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add them to the blender. So this is the blender that I'm using. It is from Cuisinart, and I'll go ahead and link the blender in the description below, as well as the tea kettle. So as you can see, cashews are in the blender, and then I'm just going to squeeze this half of lime directly inside the blender. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. I'm not that strong. Kind of. Okay, so the lime is in. Typically I use half a lemon, but I'm such a big fan of using what you have. And since lemons and limes are kind of the same, I already had one cut up. So I'm just gonna use that and see if I like, well, ones I like better. You never know until you try. So the lime's in there. Now I'm going to add all of the seasonings that I just told you about. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 cup of water to our cashews. The water's in, we're gonna put the top on the blender and blend it until it's smooth. So you can see that I've blended it up, but do you see how you can see all of like that? How it's not smooth? That means you need to keep blending. So before I blended it again, I added about 1/4 cup of water extra. So total, there's about 1 1/4 cups of water in our cashews. So I went ahead and not blow dried it. What am I talking about? I went ahead and I blended it again. So let's give it another check. You can see it's much more liquid, much more smooth, not as grainy. You can give it a taste now if you want. So now we're just gonna pour all of this cashew mix, with the water, right, into a pot. Now I want you to be super careful with this mixture. I'm gonna put it at about medium-high heat, and I'm going to whisk it. But the first time I did that, I burnt the bottom of the pan once it started to boil. I just totally forgot about it. So I don't want you to do that. I want you to keep a close eye on it and whisk it until it gets thick. So you can see that it's been bubbling, and I tell you, it's only been on here for about 3 minutes on medium-high. So when I say watch it, I mean really watch it. You can see the longer it goes, the thicker it is. So I'm gonna pull it off now, and then we're gonna pour it. Look how thick that is. So creamy, so yummy. You can eat it with anything that you want. You guys, I just tasted the queso, and I think I like the lime better than the lemon. But you're gonna have to try both out and tell me what you like. So I wanna say thank you for watching this video. If you thought it was great and you liked it, please hit the thumbs up and hit subscribe. I will also be putting the full recipe on the blog, so I will link that in the description below. Until next time, guys,